Today we are going to tie my version of an October caddis. I will show you a picture of what an October caddis looks like. But first we're going to start with some 0.03 lead wire on a size 10 curved hook, and save a little room behind the eyelet, and the hook or the bead on it is a 2.8 tungsten bead in black nickel. All right, so we've got that on there. Pin that lead down a little bit. All right, I'm gonna start. So you want like right about a bead's worth of room on the behind the bead is where you want that. Lead wire to stop. So it did. Now, sometimes you have to bring it, you know what, I'm just going to put a dam up here. So it doesn't slide forward anymore. All that means is I'm going to put a bunch of thread in front of it to keep it from moving back. All right, now I'm putting starting back here. The first thing we're going to put on is some of this .3 millimeter lead wire. So this is a little bit thicker of a wire. This is a pretty big fly. The fly is a big fly, and it's the last kind of big fly of the season, which is great because it's right in the fall, which is fun to fish. So I put that wire on, and now I'm gonna pull the wire back into place, and then I'm going to tie in a pretty decent sized piece of pheasant tail. And I'm going to tie it with the part that was connected to the stem on the back. And you can cut this off. I like to cut it off. It doesn't really matter if you do or not, but we're going to cut it off anyway. It makes it a little bit better of a fly, or a little bit ties in better. And then I have some of this pre-cut, some cut foam. It's 2 millimeter foam in orange, and I'm gonna cut just a little edge on it so that it ties in a little bit better. And we do 3 pretty loose wraps, and then we'll do some tighter wraps. All right, so we've got that tied in. Now we're going to take our thread back up to the front, and we are going to tie, or we're going to wrap this thread up I like to do 2 wraps with the pheasant tail inside, so it's going to stick up like that. And then we tie this off up towards the front. And if you can see, I'm leaving a fair amount of room up here, and I'm going to tie that, even tie that, and I want this a little flatter, and then bring it over so that it lays on the top, and then we're going to leave that there. And then, oh, I missed a piece. Well, we're going to have to just get rid of that guy. Now we're going to wrap this up. The wire up the body. And I could have gone a little bit further looking at it now towards the hook, but I didn't. All right, and then we just helicopter that guy off. The next thing we're going to use is some of this orange straggle leg. I think it's, what's it called? Orange Sunburst. And this is Semperfli's straggle leg. All right. We're going to put that on first. It's not being so easy to tie on. There we go. It's usually really easy to tie on. It's one of the great things about this straggle leg chenille. And we want it to be further towards the back, or where we finished with the foam. And we're gonna give this a few wraps, and we're gonna tie it off. Try to leave the pheasant tail up there just to sit. And I just like how the straggle leg looks. It makes good kind of leg material. This gives just a little bit of orange up front. And then we're going to use some back straggle legs, or black, sorry, straggle legs for the front part of the fly. And the great thing about this is you can use it again and again. I mean, this straggle leg lasts forever. I only cut off just the littlest piece. And we're not even going to use all this pheasant tail material that we have up here, but I'm trying to keep it out of the way. All right, now we're going to wrap this around right behind that pheasant tail. And then lock it into place. You can bring it kind of back. And then we're going to trim that straggle leg off. Now we're going to take 2 of these on each side of these pheasant tails and pull them back. And the rest, we are going to just trim right off. And we're going to pull those back and get right behind. This is part of the reason I left that space. It's because we're going to put a little dam there. And we peeled those back, those pheasant tail fibers back. And then we're just going to put some half hitches in here. We're going to trim that off. Separate these guys. It doesn't really matter once they get in the water. They all look the same. And I don't really like how this side's a little bit longer than the other side, so I'm going to trim it to kind of match. All right. And we're going to put some glue on this guy, but that is the October Caddis. I call it the Easy October Caddis. Yeah, it works really well. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions or answers or comments, feel free to leave them. I'm happy to respond. Thanks for watching.